If I ask you how many types of people are there in the world, your fingers would most probably fall short of the count. Isn't that so? But according to Ishawasya Upanishad, there are only two types of people. Ishawasya Upanishad is one of the 12 principal Upanishads that Adi Shankaracharya commented upon. It's one of the shortest and one of the most profound Upanishads. You would be really surprised to know what it says about the number of types of people. It says that there are only two types of people in this world. Now see, currently there are 7.9 billion people in this world, and this Upanishad separates this huge number of people in just two categories. And what are these two categories? One is that of people who know who they truly are beyond this body-mind complex, which means who know their divine infinite conscious nature. The other category is that of people who consider themselves as body, who consider themselves as mind. And what the Upanishad further says will shock you all. It says that the one who doesn't know his true nature as being divine and infinite commits suicide. Can you believe this? For almost everyone, suicide happens when someone kills his own physical form, the body, right? But in the eyes of Ishawasya Upanishad, this is not suicide, because no one is the body, no one is the mind. The body and mind are mere appearances in you, the infinite divine consciousness. In the eyes of Ishawasya Upanishad, body and mind are like clothes on your body. So it doesn't matter for the consciousness that this body stays or dies. Body is just a medium. It's a vehicle which can take you to your destination of self-realization. Someone drives a car. What would you feel about this person who starts considering himself as this car? Who starts saying, I am this car? What will you think about this person? You will certainly think that this person deserves a place in a mental asylum. Isn't that so? But the case of those who consider themselves as body and mind is no different. They are just like this person who starts considering himself as the car. This reminds me of one statement made by Bhagwan Raman Maharshi. He was asked, what is virtue and what is sin? Now his reply will shock you as well. He said, to consider oneself as the body is sin, to consider oneself as the mind is sin, and to know oneself as the self, to know oneself as the consciousness is virtue. So you see, body identification is such a crime on the spiritual path. So the less you have it, the more spiritual you are. And this identification with the body, this identification with the mind becomes less only through spiritual practices. There is no other way. It's only through spiritual practices can you go beyond this identification and realize your infinite conscious divine nature.